Elon Musk's brutally honest interview with Tucker Carlson 2023. In the world of tech and innovation, there are few figures as captivating and influential as Elon Musk. Today, we have a rare opportunity to delve deep into the mind of this tech visionary. Welcome to Elon Musk's brutally honest interview with Tucker Carlson in 2023, an exclusive conversation that promises to uncover the unfiltered thoughts of the man behind SpaceX, Tesla, and more. But before we dive in, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay on the cutting edge of tech with Just Tech. As Elon Musk and Tucker Carlson engage in this thought-provoking interview, Musk's views on topics like free speech, the impact of technology and human instincts, and the challenges of social media moderation come to light.
Can you, you've allowed Donald Trump back on Twitter. He hasn't taken you up on your offer because he's got his own thing.
Right.
Do you think he will go back on Twitter?
Well, that's obviously up to him. My job is to, I take the freedom of speech just very seriously. So it's I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I actually voted for Biden.
Yep.
People think I'm some sort of hardcore, So certainly some of the media try to paint me as like far right or whatever. I'm
right.
And the only time I've ever even voted Republican was once for because I registered to vote in South Texas. It was for a Mexican American woman for Congress. That's literally the only Republican vote I've ever cast in my entire life.
Yeah.
Once, Not saying I'm a huge fan of Biden, because I would think that would probably be inaccurate. But we have difficult choices to make in these presidential elections. It's not.
Musk's perspective on the evolution of human desires in the age of birth control and the potential consequences for civilization paints a vivid picture of the changing landscape we find ourselves in.
And you've written and talked a lot about this, but can I just ask you to pause just for a parenthetical note? Why is that? I mean, the urge to have sex and to procreate is, after breathing and eating, the most basic urge.
Yes.
How has it been subverted?
Well, it's just in the past we could rely upon simple limbic system rewards
Yes.
in order to procreate. But once you have birth control and abortions and whatnot, now you can still satisfy the limbic instinct, but not procreate. So we haven't yet evolved to deal with that, because this is all fairly recent, the last 50 years or so, for birth control. So yeah, so I'm sort of worried that, hey, civilization, if we don't make enough people to at least sustain our numbers, perhaps increase a little bit, then civilization is going to crumble. There's the old question of will civilization end with a bang or a whimper? Well, it's currently trying to end with a whimper in adult diapers.
Yes.
Which is depressing as hell.
The most depressing.
I mean, seriously, yeah.
War is less depressing.
Yeah, I'd rather go out with a bang.
Yeah, and with your shoes on.
Yeah.
Not with your
More
diaper on.
exciting.
Yeah.
Click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and join us on an exhilarating journey that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Get ready to level up your knowledge with Just Tech. The discussion on AI and its potential for bias and manipulation serves as a stark reminder of the power and responsibility that comes with developing advanced technologies.
You're already seeing that. ChatGPT is ideological. It's very preachy.
Yes.
If you ask it, extremely preachy.
You mean woke GPT?
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
If you spend 20 minutes asking it questions of actual relevance, modern relevance, it will start lecturing you about your moral shortcomings. How did that happen?
Well, this is a function of OpenAI's headquarters being in downtown San Francisco. So the politics, therefore, of the AI are that of San Francisco. So
Why would it have any politics at all? That seems like subversion.
well, they have what's called human reinforcement learning, which is another way of saying that they have a whole bunch of people that look at the output of GPT-4 and then say whether that's okay or not okay. And so so essentially what's happening is they're training the AI to lie.
Yes.
It's bad.
To lie.
To
That's
lie.
exactly right. And to
Yes.
withhold information.
To lie and yes, and yeah, exactly. To either comment on some things, not comment on other things, but not to say what the data actually demands that it say.
Exactly. How did it get this way? I thought you funded it at the beginning. What happened?
Yeah, well, that'll be ironic. But Faith, the most ironic outcome is the most likely, it seems.
I'm stealing that. That's good.
That's actually a friend of mine, Jonah, came up with that one. I actually have a slight variant on that, which is the most entertaining outcome is the most likely. But that's entertaining as viewed from a third-party viewer.
Right.
Like, so if we're like an alien
from
TV
on
show.
High. Yes.
Yeah. Like you could go see a movie about World War I and they're being blown to bits and gassed and everything in the trenches, and it's like you're eating popcorn and having a soda, you know, it's fine. Not so great for the people in the movie.
True.
But that's my variant on this sort of Occam's razor, the simplest explanation is most likely, Jonah's variant, which is irony, and then my variant, which is the most entertaining as seen by a third-party audience, which seems to be mostly true.
And as we explore Musk's thoughts on his acquisition of Twitter and his commitment to free speech, we witness the intersection of technology, business, and his vision for a robust democracy.
A man called Douglas Mackey's facing 10 years in prison for posting what he believed were funny memes on Twitter. What do you make of that case?
I don't know the details of that case. I've read a little bit about it. You probably know more about it than I do. But I certainly don't think someone should go to prison for a long period of time for posting memes on Twitter, in which case we're going to have a very, very full prison. And if we're talking about election interference, well, there's quite a few people that should be on trial for that, for far more serious crimes than memes on Twitter. Far more serious.
Yes. The Twitter files kind of showed that, I think.
Yes. So, unless this person really did, like I said, I don't know everything that was shown at the trial. Has he been convicted? Is this?
Yes, he was convicted on Friday.
Unanimous jury verdict?
Yes.
What was the venue?
New York City.
Okay.
It was in Brooklyn, and it was a hung jury. And
hung jury. That's not unanimous then.
Well, the judge prodded the jury.
Okay.
And they reached unanimous guilty verdict. It'll be appealed.
This interview provides a rare glimpse into the mind of a tech titan, offering not just answers but intriguing questions about the future of our digital world.
Do you think, speaking of social media, you bought Twitter famously, you've got a lot of other businesses and a lot going on.
Yes.
You said you bought it because you believe in speech, free speech. You've had a lot of hassle since you bought it. In retrospect, was it worth buying it?
I mean, it remains to be seen as to whether this was financially smart. Currently, it is not. We just revalued the company at less than half of the acquisition price.
Did you really?
Yes. My timing was terrible for when the offer was made, because it was right before advertising plummeted, and
you caught the high water mark, I noticed.
Yeah. So I must be a real genius here. My timing is amazing. Since if I had bought it for at least twice as much as it should have been bought for. But some things are priceless, and so whether I lose money or not, that is a secondary issue compared to ensuring the strength of democracy, and free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy.
Yes.
And the speech needs to be as transparent and truthful as possible. So we've got a huge push on Twitter to be as truthful as possible. We've got this community notes feature, which is great.
It is great.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like...
I saw it this morning.
Yeah.
It was far more honest than the New York Times.
It's great.
Before we sign off, remember to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that you never miss out on any of our future content. Until we meet again, I bid you farewell.